Hey guys, it's Anthony Bandier. I'm joined by my good friend Zach Miller. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well, doing well.
All right. Hey, what question you got? What have you you heard a
Yeah,
question in the class? We should talk about
yeah,
it.
I was recently asked a question, and I'm going to ask you the same question.
All right.
So we are at a home. We're at a single family residence. We are executing a search warrant, and the search warrant authorizes the search for evidence of narcotics sales. So it mentions obviously drugs, money, packaging material. So that's what we're searching for. And we open a desk drawer in the middle of this search warrant execution, and we find a firearm laying in plain view inside this desk drawer. And let's just make it as simple as possible. It is the serial number, or where the serial number should be, is facing up. We don't
Okay.
have to manipulate the gun, and we can clearly see this serial number has been obliterated.
Okay.
So it's illegal. You can't possess a gun like that. So
Yep.
the question is, do I have to stop my search? And go get another search warrant that would authorize me to seize this gun and perhaps search for other illegal firearms? Or can I just rely on the current warrant, which I haven't finished my search for narcotics? Can
Right.
I just continue under the previous, the current warrant, the first warrant?
All right. Well,
What do you think?
I think I got your answer. So here's the deal. We are good to go. We do not need an additional search warrant as long as the officer's scope of search is not increased to now look for firearm evidence. We would agree with that, right?
I agree. Yep, we're same page
We're in
here.
the same
Yep.
page. So we want to keep look. It's late at night. The people are sleeping. Maybe we'll come back and get a warrant. Tomorrow or something for the guns. But right now we're just focusing on our drug case. Cops do not need to stop. However, there's a caveat. The caveat is the real world. I know a lot of prosecutors are just heard what I said and they're like, Anthony, I teach my cops the opposite. I teach them if you have evidence of a new crime, and it's not like a one and done, right? They're like they found a piece of stolen property, and it happens to do like they worked a case from Starbucks yesterday where somebody went to the bathroom, got their laptop stolen, and they see that's has unique stickers on it, right? And they see that laptop on the
Mhm.
kitchen table, or whatever, but they don't have any other PC that for any other stolen property, then we're good, right? Just grab that damn laptop and just continue your search. But the problem with our prosecutors are having is that they know that cops are sometimes like they are going to expand the scope of the search. Now it doesn't really happen, I don't think, in the way the example came out. It happens the opposite. It happens when cops are looking for, let's say they have an armed robbery suspect and they write a warrant for the gun using the robbery, right? And then they're looking
Mhm.
for that gun, and guess what they find in the drawer? Not the gun, the drugs.
Drug-
And
Drugs.
that's where
Yeah.
cops should probably stop and get that piggyback warrant, because looking for drugs is most likely going to take a more in-depth search, right? You can play the whole game of firearm parts. There could be a trigger piece in here and a spring in there and the coin purse. But I want things to look legit and just feel legit. Like I want to look for drugs, right? And I want to search
Mhm.
those areas. And I just want to. So that in that case, I would suggest you get a piggyback warrant because you could have a scope issue. And at the end of the day, that's what the prosecutor's worried about. They're worried about if we can get this officer testify on the stand that, hey, if let's say they didn't get the warrant, right? Especially for the drug, like looking for the gun, but they find the drugs. Hey, would you have normally like looked in the coin purse? you know?
Right.
Well,
Right.
not probably. I mean, but there could be a
Mhm.
firearm part in there or a bullet. And then you got the judge like
Mhm.
rolling his eyes, like, okay, I see what's going on here. You found the drugs 10 minutes ago. Now you're looking for a bullet, or a firearm part. BS. You're looking for drugs. I didn't give you permission to do
Right.
that. That's what I would be concerned about. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree 100%. And I would just add one point to clarify something, which you said it, just to
Yeah.
clarify what's our reason. Either way, if it's we're doing the drug search warrant, we find the gun, or we're doing the gun search warrant, we find the drugs. As long as where we looked to find that initial item we were looking for, and we come upon the drugs or the gun that we weren't looking for, it's going to be the plain view doctrine
Right.
that allows us to seize that gun or that pile of narcotics.
Right.
Because assuming you have PC to believe those are contraband or evidence of crime, it's to search for more guns when we're there to look for drugs, or more importantly, to look for more drugs when we're there looking for guns, where the search warrant will help us in the second scenario.
Yeah.
Where the scope goes from a broader scope to a narrower scope because based on what we found. But
Okay,
the
I think
initial item we found
yeah.
is subject to the Plainview doctrine.
So I think our first rule is our main rule here is if you can say with a straight face, under oath, one hand on the heart, other one on the Bible, hey, I didn't get a piggyback warrant, but my scope is exactly what it was, regardless. In other words, I did exactly the same thing I was going to do if I never found that other piece of evidence. If you can say that with a straight face, you should win, right, Zach?
Yes,
Okay.
agreed.
But I have another rule. I want to see if you agree with this too. If you do come upon evidence
Okay.
of a like a serious crime, and even though you could continue your search and plain view would save the day, go get a piggyback warrant. I think the best example is child pornography or CSAM, right? Child sexual assault material. If you're looking for drugs and you come across CSAM, it's time out, my friends. That guy's going to get five to life in federal prison if it all goes well, right? That's a big
Yeah.
case, and we don't want to lose that, and we
Yeah.
don't want to have any. 2 hours of work is worth every penny for those cases. Would you agree?
Yeah, a little extra effort on the front end is going to save a lot of hassle on the back end. And as I always emphasize in my classes, even though you could potentially probably continue without a search warrant, it is never wrong to stop and get a search warrant.
Yeah, I
Ever.
agree.
It is never wrong to get a search warrant. So yes, I would agree.
All right. Hey, great discussion. Thank you, Zach. Guys, watching this, this is really designed for like roll call videos and so forth. If you like what we're doing here, please hit like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you want to ask us a question, go to bluetogold.com/show or one of our live webinars. Until next time, my friends, you guys stay safe. Thank you, Zach.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.